Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Time to Roll's Campaign 1. This is episode 100. Can't believe we've made it here. Sorry we haven't been live the last 3 weeks. I needed everyone here for this. Unfortunately, we still have everyone here for this, since Squirtle is away seeing family. He said he might be able to tune in on his phone, but the entire month of May has been incredibly busy for everyone involved. I've been away. I have part of the groups have been away. Part of the group has been away. Some people have been. Fuck. Austin went to Canada. Like we've been all over the place the last month or so. But we're live now. We're getting things started, and my hope is that we'll be able to be live every single Sunday this month, because that would be kind of sick. But we're gonna do a little bit of a recap with the group, and then from there we're gonna get right into it because we're running a little late as it is. So let's get right into it.
Tesla,
Like he literally sounds like a character from Morrowind.
N-U-L-U-S is the last name.
that is not how you had that spelled. It's an N-U-S-L-U.
No leaks, thank you very much.
No leak.
Don't talk about your backup characters, please.
My backup character.
Well,
is
Todd's
very
already
big and
misspelling his
strong
own name,
paladin.
so like...
That's fine.
What do you expect from Todd?
Yeah. All right. I know Brett just said he was stepping to grab food/drinks, but we're gonna go ahead and do a bit of a recap, and then we're going to get right into it because time constraints. All right. Last we left off, after you guys traveled effectively around the world in a day, visiting Ebrax to get Warforged cores from Zane's mother, while also simultaneously picking up Zane's father, Malleus, and bringing him along for the ride, while stopping also to go see Alan and see if he'd be willing to tag along, while also having a reunion between Alan's mother and himself, as well as a reunion between Ori and his beloved donkey, Dennis, who had been saved by Alan from the devil spawn roaming through Arendur, the dwarvish kingdom all of you decided to completely skip and run away from, leaving Dennis there in the process.
Sorry.
But after a long day of traveling, you have now made it back to Arun, back in the visitor's lane here, the capital city. You are all about to crawl into bed. Dinner's had, and as you're all kind of wandering back, ready to go to bed, Elka, you hear a voice, a familiar voice, come through the sending stone in your pouch. And that
Which one?
the sending stone of Leon, stating something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing here. Why is the urn broken? What are you all doing? And we were left off with you seeing a floating figure through the sky, heading north over the visitor's lane, stopping, and then teleporting directly in front of you. A elongated, broken version of Leon. He looks gaunt, and he stares at all of you. Says, "If you can't handle this yourself, I'll do it myself. And I'm going to remind my father just who the hell I am," as he teleports away. And that's where we left off. So, what do you guys want to do?
Pursue?
Okay.
Is he still standing there?
No, he teleported away.
What
Do we
was
have
that
any inkling
about?
of where he might have went?
He just stated he's going to go show his father who the hell he is. So you have some
Well,
ideas.
I mean, yeah,
You weren't here for the last session, so
yeah.
you
Okay.
Should be the inner sanctum, right?
last
He made a key word. Something about it broke.
Well, yeah, the
The urn.
That is.
Yes. Is it out? What the urn
Assume
was holding?
so.
Oh, other detail. He was holding what looked to be a hellhound puppy in his hand.
Aw, puppy.
Did it look friendly?
You can make an insight check.
Why not? Alright. World's worst insight check.
Oof. Yeah, it looked like a hellhound puppy.
But I couldn't ascertain like its emotion.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Okay.
I'd say plain to see without an insight check. Scared.
Okay.
Hard to glean anything else off of that though. As he teleports away, you do see Weaver specifically sees him flying north from where you guys are at, which to give you a reminder of where you're at on my ping. To be exact. So, last place that you spoke with the king and all of his all the members of the Rialoar was in the Misgem Tower. But that was yesterday. They could be anywhere. So, I would like to remind all of you that your character sheet should be as they were when we left off, because you guys have not had a long rest. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm tired. I need a drink.
That's not gonna happen, Thaddeus. We've got
We
things
need
to
to
do.
we need to go.
We do. After him. Right now.
Let's go.
Laura
Let's
kind
go.
of Laura, Alan, and Malleus all kind of nod as they follow behind you. Alcus, Archer, and Ophelia are nowhere to be seen. They did not come with you on your journey. They stayed here in the city.
I have a sending stone to Alcus, so I'm going to, since that's the direction Leon was headed, I'm gonna warn him and be like, "Hey, he's on. Beware that this is happening."
Okay. As you say that, he says, "Oh, we're very well aware. Not that Leon is the cause, but the city is starting to be overwhelmed by undead and demons. Do be careful. And if you could, perchance, figure out why this is happening, that would be great. But obviously not top of priority if Leon is." Saying that the dragon has broken away. That's your make that your top priority, I think. Give me a sec, and he stops talking.
Okay. It's only once a day, so I can't respond to him.
Mm-hmm.
I am also going to. I have the sending stone to Pavin.
Mhm.
Because he is here too, so I'm gonna let him know to wherever he's at to go help the city.
Okay. His response will be, "Yeah, in the process of defending our home, Celeste is healing our mother as we speak. She took the brunt of an attack. She's fine. She's alive. We got things handled down here in the south." That's all he'll say.
Okay. I will relay what information I have, that the south and the city are both being defended, and that we need to go after the dragon.
Okay. Aiko is going to hop on the back of Aragon, and he's gonna look at all of you and say, I'll look from the sky. And they're gonna take off flying. As he's taking off flying, he'll actually throw the manager of all sending stones, Elka, a sending stone.
Jesus Christ.
And he'll say, that one's special. We could talk in that freely. And he will fly off. It's also my way of not having to play his character right now. Okay, so you guys are going to leave your visitor's lane and head towards the north, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you leave your home, immediately you see various imps and flying rocks flying through the air, very similar to what you fought back in Yalinor. Except they're not focusing on you. I'm gonna say, clearly they're not focusing on you because you're not being attacked. I'm gonna say for everyone though, let's do a group perception check.
Take that.
I'm gonna use my new metal dice. Even though
Yeah. Ooh. That sucks. Okay, and then I will roll for... Actually, I'm just going to make it your guys' rolls. We're not going to roll for the NPCs. I'll roll for Aiko, though. Okay. Okay. 19, 21, 9, and 3. Or 9 and 2. Yeah, you guys did pretty well. Aiko rolled a 16. So... as these creatures are flying more north, you notice that they don't focus on any of the townsfolk quite. Some of them are flying downwards and getting distracted, as devils do and demons do, since they're creatures of pure chaos. But most of them are focused to the north. They're flying towards the north. You see cracks starting to form in the sky with various devils and demons, both simultaneously coming out and weirdly not fighting each other. The last time you had checked, the Hells currently were having a bit of a blood war going on, fighting for domination in the Seven Rings. But for some reason, they're not fighting each other as they enter the material plane. It's almost as if they're being controlled or entranced by something to the north. But you continue on. Lura, as she's running along, she just kind of looks at him. Well, honey, we got some people to save, I think. How good are you at fast healing? And Alan, not that bad. I'd say as long as we can pace ourselves, I could probably go all night. Excellent. All right. Well, let's go. So they're gonna start running. They're gonna run ahead, and as you guys make pace towards the Ruby Tower, you'll notice that not every demon and devil are flying to the north or making their way to the north. Some of them are stopping and actively fighting with some of the Fae folk here. But you notice a lot of the Fae folk are holding their own against these what would be considered soldier-like devils and demons. You see Laura kind of throw a few healing word spells off to help heal the various children and civilians that aren't quite fighters that had been injured by falling debris or by I guess even devil attack. But you continue onwards towards the Mist Gem Tower. As you round the corner, the first thing you notice is that it is in flames. A large claw reaches out from the top and slams its hand down, and then another one reaches out, reptilian, and lifts itself up, and standing in front of you is the largest red dragon you've ever seen. It looks around looking for a target and breathes fire straight into the air, laughing and chuckling as it does, and it speaks a single word in Draconic. Who speaks Draconic here?
I do.
Likewise.
You hear him say, "Burn," as he breathes just a long fire breath into the air. He looks around at the townsfolk of Rivertown, shoots a beam of fire down into Rivertown, just relentlessly attempting to destroy everything around him. As you all begin to attempt to approach, his focus goes from Rivertown to you, and he smiles.
Okay.
And he kind of like you can see like smoke coming out of his mouth, ready to breathe fire at you. And in a brief flash of lightning, you see a blue streak come down from the air and landing on top of him, completely collapsing the Mist Gem Tower. The largest blue dragon you've ever seen in your life is now standing atop of him, biting his neck. Okay, Todd. Okay, Squirtle will be joining us soon. He just DM'd me. I'm going to go ahead and switch to...
Can I ask a
Your
question?
camera froze on stream.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it didn't.
I didn't. I'm here.
Huh?
Did your
Oh.
stream froze?
My stream apparently froze. My bad.
So, this blue dragon, I'm going to say Elka and Vivra. I'm going to allow you to make... Let's see here. Either a history check with advantage, which Elka you would get anyways because of Calypso, or a nature check with advantage.
History it is.
Nature it is.
Technical question it is.
What's
Dirty 20.
so both of you got dirty 20. Nice. What's your question?
How, remember our friend that is in the tree, I think her tree of life? How far is that from us, the gold dragon?
Edna, at least a week's journey on foot.
Shit.
You can't leave the
and
mountain anyway.
And she can't leave her mountain anyways. So,
Okay.
so I'll describe it differently for both of you. For Vivra, your scales start to tingle, almost as if you plunged yourself into an ice cold bath, but it's simultaneously warm and hot at the same time. Your senses rise, and you have felt this presence before because you were responsible for containing it.
Yep. I had a feeling.
You immediately recognize this dragon, and for some reason, he's fighting the dragon that's attacking the town. For you, Alka, immediately upon looking at this blue dragon, your draconic heritage the interior of your soul begins to burn bright, and you see scales start to form on your hand, but slowly sprinkle away as if they're fairy dust. Calypso deleting the scales as they grow. Your body is having an innate reaction to seeing a great worm in person and in full effect. But not only one great worm. You recognize this red dragon. This red dragon you've seen countless times in fairy tale books. You would know that after growing up here in Esperar, you would have heard tales of a great red worm that helped form the very land and burn molten lava that formed land below in the plane that you rest on. A name thought to be lost to history. But you utter a name that makes no sense to you. But you just the only name you utter is Draguar. 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 And as its neck is being bit into by this blue dragon, Aldregos, you feel your almost like your soul start to melt in a way that you feel like a warmth in your heart. And then it subsides as in Draconic, he looks up and stares right at you, Vlira. Go. The Fallen One has taken your leaders hostage. I'll handle things here.
Is he's saying that in Draconic?
In Draconic, so Alka could also
Okay.
understand it, yes.
Then I'm gonna just immediately turn and say, to him, I will say, apparently I owe you an apology. And to everybody else, I will just come. He is paving the way for us.
Were we tricked?
Thing's just gonna look a bit flabbergasted. What the fuck? All right.
This one does not know, but
Did that little fucker... He used us.
perhaps. But I'm gonna start taking off running towards where we left everybody.
And I'll be
Or where-
following.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, I'll have Pete follow as well.
Okay. So you head into the cinders of Rivertown. The Gold Tower also ablaze, but not nearly as destroyed as the Mistgem Tower. You see another familiar face floating in the air above the Lake of Life in active combat yet again with devils and demons, being Alistair, along with another familiar face. Ironically, Archer. Is fighting alongside his former father figure and master, taking down massive flying demons that are coming at them. As they're fighting, immediately Alistair, you see him, a spell ignite from him, and you look in the sky and a giant eyeball opens up above the city. You've seen this once before. And Zane, in your head, he'll say, "It's about fucking time you got here."
I'm doing my best. We weren't in the city.
Everything's gone to shit.
I can see that.
My dear brother, along with the king and his friends, are at the inner sanctum, in active combat with quite a few enemies. I'd head there as soon as you can. Boats are not working, so figure out another way to get across the lake.
I've got an idea. We gotta go to the inner sanctum. I'm gonna tell everybody.
Is that airship available?
No.
I was just gonna start running across the lake because I
was gonna
have a
say,
water
we have-
walking ring.
Yeah, you all have water walking rings effectively for me earlier.
So you'll then see, actually, for you, Elka, you see bounding across the water in quick succession. You see Elkis actively backpedaling, like hopping, as a Balor crashes down onto him, also walking on water somehow. You see him jump up backwards and launch just this giant beam of golden light straight into the face of the Balor, killing it. And he'll land and skid across the top of the water and turn. And as you see Orphelia crash down, sporting dragon wings, as she crashes down and lands on the water. And she looks at all of you. This is about 100 feet away. She'll yell, "The cavalry is finally here. Help."
Here
And
to do.
Allura will immediately start rendering aid to the people of Rivertown, and she'll look at all of you and say, I think I may be best of use here. This is, my city that I have to protect, and there's probably a lot of people that got crushed under that tower. I'll catch up. All right, I'll catch up. I just need to help people. Darling, and she'll look at Alan. I suppose I can stop. I can stay back and help you heal some people, at the very least protect them. She's right. We'll be right behind you. Malleus looks at you saying, "I ain't going fucking anywhere. I'm coming with you."
Good.
So,
Where's my dad?
He doesn't like you.
okay. So you begin walking. So wait, do all of you have the ability to walk across water now?
Pretty sure all of us do. Or most of us. If not, I've got enough robes of things to make.
Yeah, I don't think Arval can.
If not, I legitimately have a swim speed, so
I also have cloaks of the manta ray, which give you your
Yep.
base movement as swim speed. So everybody's getting across one way or another.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a cloak of swimming from Zane.
Yeah, I don't think I have water walking, but that's fine because even though I don't like water, I can
I have-
swim.
I mean, I have 8 water walking rings, so I mean.
Oh, no, I do
you
have
go
one.
nuts.
1, 2,
I do
3,
have one.
4, 5, 6, 7. So there's
I have personally 8 on me.
so that's perfect. There's 8 of you to run across.
Perfect.
If
Everybody's walking. then.
Malleus, Malleus is the only one going with you. Okay, so what would be your sprint speed? Now, running speed is different than sprint speed. I'm saying, I'm gonna yet again using another rule from Nate's campaign because I think it's great. Using your entire turn, you're able to run 5 times your speed, your walking speed.
I can go 225.
I'm guessing
150.
Yeah, mine's 150.
150. Okay. So you're all sprinting across the water, all walking atop the water. As you run across, I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from all of you. As
We use acrobatics.
dexterity saving throw, please and thank you. This is not to walk on water, because as you're running, multiple fireballs are being shot down at you from multiple demons.
All right.
And these are wide arrays, so I'm rolling to see whether or not they hit you as well. But this is also disrupting the water as they launch them down into you. That's a really low for 1. It's a really low roll for 2.
Well, I rolled really low, period. So
Yeah, I see that.
and I didn't even uncheck advantage, so that's a nat 1.
Ooh. Okay, luckily for you, Weaver, only one fireball hits. Where six fireballs come raining down around you as they see you running across. 5 of them miss. One of them does in fact hit your group. So you will take. You're resistant to fire, aren't you? Nowadays.
I have a reaction to be resistant. I also have a ring of evasion. What does that do again?
I think that gives you just the ability to evade.
This would count as a dexterity save.
When failing a dexterity saving throw, you can use your reaction to expend to succeed that saving throw instead. I will use my reaction to succeed on that saving throw.
Okay, that means all of you succeeded. Because the DC was, in fact, 16. Let's see here. I'll do the math on the damage real quick. 21, 27. Oh, well, that's convenient. 30 points. So each of you take 15 points of fire damage. Thaddeus, I believe you can just completely negate it because of your rogue bullshit.
And then I take half.
Yeah. Everyone takes 15. And then do you have a resistance to fire?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then yes, you would take 8 points.
I'm part dragon.
That's, yeah. Anybody that has
I take
resistance.
quarter damage.
Yes, so 8 points of damage to those that take quarter. All right. Oh yeah. Gonna have to roll dex save for your dad. And he's he's good. that +8 to dex save really helps him. And he's completely oh wait. No, he's he's invulnerable to fire damage, so he just kind of walks through that. He just eats that shit. He just walks right through it, no problem. So you continue running. The devils that launch those fireball attacks are immediately slain by Alistair, as his giant eyeball looks right at them and they incinerate as it does. You continue running, and you feel a shockwave from behind you as electricity ripples through the water at your feet. As you glance around, and you see all Dragos land into the Lake of Life, with a fire dragon on top of him, ready to breathe fire. As this giant blast breath of flame begins to launch out of the red dragon's mouth, you'll see lightning bolts form above both of them and just begin to crash down simultaneously on the top of the back of the red dragon, and the dragons are now fighting inside the Lake of Life, making what seems to be about 100. Mind you, just to give you a size point here, you would gather from the depth of this lake. The lake is about 80 feet deep. The dragons are standing in it as if it's a puddle.
Oh boy.
The water.
Release the Kraken.
The water.
No.
The water. The water comes up to about a quarter way up both of their arms.
Big boy.
Yes, they are. They are considered. Let me double check the actual size of them. They are considered gargantuan creatures, which is the largest.
Joy.
Which is the largest size category you can be in 5e. To put in perspective, each of these squares is. Let's see here. That's fine. Each of these squares is about 500 feet. They would, in reality, take up 1 square each. fighting each other. This is obviously just I'm using Elka's marker to show where you guys are at on the lake. As you continue running, though, the electricity begins to surge throughout the water, not affecting you. However, you do see random fish start to bubble up and float to the top. You continue running. At this point, go ahead.
Real quick, how far away are the dragons?
About 1,000 feet from you guys at this point.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, they're right here on the shore. You're about 1,000 feet into the water.
Okay.
It's roughly mile is what 5,600 feet or so.
52.
52.
Yeah. 53 if you're rounding.
Yeah, it's about a half-mile boat ride to the Inner Sanctum from Rivertown. So you guys are just full on sprinting half a mile to get across this lake. You guys continue running, and landing in front of you are two rocks. I'm going to say, given that they landed in front of you and you have enough time to react to them, we're not going to do a initiative order. I would like everyone to tell me what their response would be to two rocks landing in front of you, ready to fight. If you're in a
pick twice.
Okay. So go, everyone. I want everyone to choose what attack they're using. Tell me what it is, and then roll to see if it hits, and then roll the damage.
Are they standing on the water or
They're floating just
floating
above.
it?
Just
Okay.
like their feet are just barely dangling above it.
Okay.
Axe attack.
Okay.
Fireball.
Rapier, sneak attack.
I might not
I'm
get
gonna-
close if it's a fireball.
Oh, it can.
I'm
It can
diving
I
happen.
into
can do the
water.
fire. I can do the
Go
fireball
after
first.
or first.
I'm diving under the water, casting Thorn Whip, and trying to pull one of them under with me.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Because I don't want to use anything stronger than a cantrip. So
I am backing up, and I'm going to. I would use Psychic Lance.
Okay.
At,
If I need
we'll
to,
do fifth level.
Assume 28 hits.
28 definitely hits. All right,
Oh.
that's for the psychic lance,
Here, let me put it in there.
and that's for the fireball. Failed the deck. They failed to save for dex on the fireball. They do succeed on the psychic lance. So they take
Try
half.
Try extra attack as well.
Yeah, do a full round of attacks. This isn't like a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a instant, like, we'll call it an instance for the ease of access here. It's just an instant moment of attack.
Okay. Those definitely hit. That's a 30 and a 28. So
Jesus. I forgot my poison to inject my poison. Just have to add that in. So let's see.
You will remember from previous experiences that rocks are immune to poison.
Okay.
what are there other immunities and resistances again?
Cold, fire, and lightning are the ones that are the ones you remember. I'd say off the very top of your head, like you would remember, because you've fought these things quite a few times at this point. They're considered the standard foot soldier of the demon army.
There we go. That's my total damage right there. I forgot to roll the other 2 sets of d6s.
Okay.
So 90 damage.
Hell yeah.
20. I had 29 total damage.
29 total. They take half of the fire, but that's fine. 13.
and I'm pulling one of them under the water.
Is that a dex save? That'd be a dex save, I
Um,
would assume, or maybe would it be a grapple?
If the attack hits and the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
And he rolled a 24 to hit. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. So as this moment of events, Elka and Arval both stop, and they cast their spells. They send a fireball over your guys' head, and it lands and blasts into them. Arval, you cast Psychic Lance at one of them, and immediately it connects, but kind of shirks it off. And as they go to shirk it off, Ori, overhand swinging, cuts one of the rocks in two as Zane runs forward and starts to beat the brakes off the other one. And as Zane, as you're about to go hit for the last hit, you hit him in the face, and all of a sudden he just goes shoo, underwater. And the dead rock falls helplessly underwater as. Well, the other rock is looking pretty rough. 13 piercing. Let's see if you drown it real quick. So that's a Constitution saving throw, which they suck at. Holy shit. Yeah, as you pull it under, it can't hold its breath for very long. Demons don't really have a proficiency in swimming, as there isn't much water in the hells. And as you pull it under, water fills its lungs and just it takes its last breath underneath the lake.
I'll just kick up off of it, jump back up, and rejoin the running.
Right. And for good measure, Thaddeus, your sneak attack also. I forgot your attack. That's my bad. Your sneak attack kind of like hits it as it's being drugged down right in the back of the neck, just for extra damage.
And paralyzes it.
That's why it drowns. There you go. Sorry, handling a bunch of attacks all at once is Damn, you rolled 2 ones in your sneak attack. That sucks.
Yeah.
That
Still
happens.
paralyzed it.
So, all of you spring up and keep running towards the inner sanctum. You make it to almost to shore as Weavra, for you specifically, the smell of rot becomes overwhelming for your nose, as standing in front of you are numerous zombies of all races of humanoid, standing guard in front of the inner sanctum.
How kind of what is their what is their kind of formation, if you will?
Loose. It's not organized. There's about 1,000 of them randomly roaming around on this island, and they're all kind of close to each other, within probably within about a 10-foot range of each other. Just kind of undead wandering around. You can just see them off in the distance.
Okay.
It's kind of like a scene from The Walking Dead, in a way.
Okay. So are they making any particular motion toward us, or are they just wandering?
They're wandering.
Okay, so they're not like on the shore waiting for us. type of
Correct.
thing.
They're
Okay, I misunderstood.
they've clearly been brought to this island to act as a something to slow someone down. So, what do you guys want to do? As you and at this point, all of you do see the zombies.
Oh shit! I thought I had something for this.
Can I do a self insight and determine whether or not these are an immediate threat to the big picture?
I'm not gonna say you have to. Very clearly, these undead, using context clues of what Alka has shared with you. You've heard that undead have been summoned, as have demons and devils, and Leon is on some sort of warpath. So you would assume that the undead that have been summoned are the ones that these are the ones that he was talking about, seeing as he's fighting on the lake right now.
Okay.
And they're standing in the way.
Okay, is there a relatively... How do I describe this? Once we hit land, is it a straight shot to where we are going?
So it doesn't quite show it because of the map restrictions. However, there are various hedges and mazes, not mazes, but hedges surrounding the inner sanctum. It's basically, think of it like a garden on the outside. There are various trees lined up, but for the most part, if you were able to get into the main walkway, it'd be a straight shot in.
Okay.
Because you can see the dock house off to the north side of the island, which which is right around here.
Yeah. So I will motion everybody to follow me to up that direction.
Okay. So you begin stealthing. Are we doing stealthily or are we running?
You know what? Scratch that. We're just gonna go whatever way is fastest, and I'm just gonna cast a plant growth. With I'm gonna leave a path for us to traverse. But I'll just put that in the chat.
Okay.
Basically 100-foot radius. Where it becomes like double difficult terrain.
Okay.
But I'm leaving us a hallway to pass through without dealing with the slowing.
You're effectively creating a trench with plant growth. Okay, cool. Anything? Let me see. A creature moving through there must spend 4 feet of movement forever. Okay, so it becomes difficult terrain. I'm just seeing
it becomes double difficult terrain.
Double difficult terrain. So their movement is cut by a quarter, which zombies' movement speed is already 20, so they get 5 feet of movement.
That's what I was hoping for.
Okay.
You guys in an hour.
Easy enough. You cast the spell, and you're able to create a corridor for your. Oh gosh. You're able to create a corridor for yourself and your friends. You begin to run through, and you do hear various undead start to scream and alert and notice that there is living, breathing flesh running through this corridor. However, you look to your sides, and as they step into the plant growth, immediately vines start to wrap around their legs and they begin to fall down. Some of them are able to trudge through a little bit easier, but they still are just slowed, and they're having a hard time picking up their feet through the vines. And you're able to run into or towards the gate of the inner sanctum. As you make it to the inner sanctum, you are greeted with a grand hallway that leads to a giant double door. This double door is swung wide open, And at the end of this giant corridor, you see flashes of magic being flung about, arcane energy filling the air. You hear screams of battle coming from within the inner sanctum. You hear a familiar voice close in behind you. I think I caught up. As Laura runs in behind you. Alan, however, is nowhere to be seen. And
Zach?
yeah.
So when we go through that opening,
Mhm.
I'm gonna pull out 2 flasks of oil that I have,
Okay.
and I'm gonna splash it on the ground in front of the thing and light it on fire and create a fire, so any of the zombies that are following us would have to go through the fire.
Okay. Let me double check something. So Laura runs up behind you and you splash of oil on her. Kidding. So it effectively, since there's no container to hold it, that wouldn't burn for very long, but it would slow him down. You could also alternatively just shut the door to the inner sanctum. If you wanted to do that.
Yeah, well then let's just do that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna light it. I'm gonna pour oil all over the door.
No, not causing a structural fire while we're in the building.
No, so they slip.
And then we're gonna die to the fire consuming us while we're fighting these fuckers.
I'm gonna say, let me do something. I actually, fuck it. I'll have one of you do it. Roll D. We're gonna say, Austin, do me a favor. Roll D20.
God.
All right.
12. Okay, as Laura runs up and catches up with you, she's, all right, I'm glad I caught up. It looks like the griffins are mobilizing. As you peek out and you see multiple mounted fae riding in on griffins. They begin to rain arrows down on the undead of this island. Laura just kind of looks. I'd shut the door.
I was already doing that.
Well, I'm glad you're one step ahead. Aren't you a smart one? And she'll pat you on the back. As she shuts the door, she just looks at all of you. Follow me. I've only been here maybe twice in my life. So, what you're
That is twice more than the rest of us.
What you're about to see will be, well, I suppose we should hurry. As she looks down the hallway and sees the flashes of arcane energy going all about each direction. As you run down this long marble-laid hallway, you run to the entry of the door, and sitting in front of you, you see an immaculate garden of multiple various rainbowed colors, and you see various spells being flung throughout this garden. And in fact, I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. So all of you are right here. If you can place your tokens down.
All right.
Why am I tiny?
Lol.
Oh, you're a gecko.
That's mean.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I was gonna say, size doesn't matter. It's fine.
And a power word kill just shrieks through the fucking air and hits Weaver right in the chest. Let's see here. Where is I forgot to add Leon's. Okay. So you enter this garden. Are you guys?
Oh no, it wasn't. Okay.
You had Ori.
Yeah, it's not letting me do it again.
Okay. And Thaddeus. And Thaddeus, are you invisible?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Who else we were missing? Arbol, Senior B, and Aiko's still flying about in the air on Aragon because I'm not gonna. We'll have him join in here if he shows up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that'd be all of you. Right? Yep. Okay. No. Who else are we missing? 1, 2, 3. We're missing one of you. Whose token do we not have down on the board?
Are we?
Oh no, no, we aren't. I was miscounting. Yeah, you got all of you there. Okay. Good lord. So stepping forward, you see. Okay, you see your father. In active combat with a Balor, which is obviously. You see him clashing. You see him clashing a sword with a Balor. You see whom you once thought was your faithful quest giver, actively defending himself against spells being launched from over here to the right as his focus narrows to the north side of the hallway. As he deflects spells, he looks to you, all of you, and says, "Welcome. Now's the time to decide if you're going to be on the right side of history. Join me."
No more cryptic bullshit, asshole. What the fuck's going on?
You say that's what you say to him?
Yes.
Cool. As you say that, he points his finger and casts Finger of Death at you.
I'm gonna start running towards my father.
Okay.
And
Wait, who said this?
Leon. The man, the myth, your faithful quest giver. Is here to fuck shit up. Okay, I'm gonna need you to make Constitution saving throws, Zane.
Alright. I'm actually good at those.
Does Leon have true sight?
20 dirty.
I believe so.
I will. I'm gonna say, I'll fucking find out. Alrighty. Sorry, what'd you roll?
Dirty 20.
30-20. That's a fail.
What if I had 5?
That's just barely a fail.
Okay, never mind then. I won't do that.
Let me roll some damage. Luckily for you, I'm rolling really low. Damn. Holy fuck. Zach, come on. So that's a 7, a 1, a 1, a 1, a 3, a 4, and an 8. So 13, 17, and 25 plus 30 on a fail. So it's 55 points of necrotic damage as he blasts you. And he says, "I don't have time for questions."
You said that was necrotic damage?
Yep.
Okay. Is it... never mind.
Okay.
I'll absorb elements.
Okay. So you take half.
Does that work on necrotic?
It should, I think. Doesn't it?
I believe it would.
Acid, fire, cold, lightning, or thunder.
Oh, nope, no, it doesn't. Never mind.
So yeah, 55
Take
points.
the brunt of that.
Yep.
seeing that, I will cast Aura of Life.
Okay.
To give everybody within 30 feet of me resistance to necrotic.
Okay.
Hey,
Sounds good. Gonna go ahead and start clicking add turns, because at this point I'll give all of you one free turn of movement. So if you want to run forward to basically match in this fatal funnel, if you want to use your whole action,
Shit.
if you want to use your whole turn, you could run 5 times your speed.
Theoretically, could we go? Actually, how tall are the shrubs on the left and the right of the funnel?
About 30 feet tall.
30 feet tall.
Yes, I gotta scroll out. I can run really far. So
All right, I'm running right up next to my dad.
Okay.
And that was my whole turn. So
Okay.
I am gonna get right on top of Leon for that shit that he just pulled.
Okay.
I'm going to get relatively close, but I'm going to go.
how
into
far
the
can you move,
shrubbery.
Zane?
Because of my gloves, 225 if I'm sprinting 5 times.
I
Okay,
can
give me
move
more
like
than
right here.
What's 30 times 5 or 35 times
Oh, it
5?
is.
Thirty.
Never mind. I'm like right
170,
behind you.
175.
I'm
175.
backing
I'm
you
sorry.
up.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
175.
Can somebody measure out 175 for me? I
You
can't
can make
figure
it.
out.
You can make it past me if you can move that far. Because I moved 140.
Basically giving you guys free movement to go. I'm letting you use the surprise round to get closer and maneuver however you want. And
Can I use Missy Step?
because you used your whole turn to run, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
never
no.
mind.
Yeah.
Paid for the
Oh,
battle.
by the way,
Cast the
Zach,
spell, so that's as far as I can go.
I'm taking cover in the terrain where I'm at.
Okay. Wait, does the spell attach to you, or does it just attach to the zone?
It attaches to me.
Oh, well, then you can move up there if you want to.
Oh shit! Hang it. I just spilled a bunch of stocky on my keyboard, so I'm like trying to wipe everything up.
Can you take a potion while you're sprinting?
Oh, I need
No, you're using your entire turn to move 5
I
times your
figured that's what you were gonna say. I was just
Fuck. That's horrible. I guess it's better than in combat.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, we're rolling initiative. I did not
Yes.
hear that. I'm sorry.
I also did not hear that. My bad.
Ooh, she rolled like shit. Oof, Malleus rolled even more like shit.
Like father, like son.
It's a natural 1.
Hey.
Did I actually roll initiative or no?
Let's see.
I don't think I did.
I'm gonna say the Balor all move at the same time, because as you run up, you notice that there's one more cornering the king, as there's also one more off to your left, seemingly gauging to see whether or not it's they can jump in and help. So
Q sorted. Zach.
oh yeah. I'm just waiting for all of you to put it in there. Okay. So as you get closer and closer to Leon, Zane, you notice his skin is starting to peel as the once vibrant face of your faithful friend and quest giver, of a glowing elvish fey man, is starting to turn more into a gaunt, lich-like appearance. And he'll look at all of you and smile. It's a shame it had to come to this. Well, luckily I've done my digging. And he will look at... He'll kind of look around and see that you're starting to surround him, and he'll... well, we're going to find out who he hits.
I was accidentally moving my character a little bit while I was trying to clean off my keyboard.
He is going to... Zane Thaddeus. Which would you prefer? And I'll let you two think about it. Would you prefer high or would you prefer low?
The thing is, you weren't rolling very well a few moments ago. I would say high.
Sure, I agree with Zane.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Yep, he's gonna go as all of you begin to circle around him. He's gonna just look over to you, Thaddeus, and then look at you, Zane. And he'll say, Thaddeus, you know, does anybody here else speak Elven?
Me.
Not Sylvan,
Elven.
but Elven.
Elven.
Okay, no.
He'll say in Elven, crumple. Thaddeus, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as he casts Power Word Pain on you.
Constitution. Oh, God, that's not a good one. Okay. Oh, baby Jesus.
Okay. So, what is your current HP at?
I am muted.
145.
Okay. So, for all the power words, by the way, I have switched to the 2024 version of these spells because they're better than 5e. So, if you have more than 100 hit points, you're not subjected to crippling pain, so you are not with your failed 18. You are not knocked prone into pain position. However, you do still take damage. As a intense pain ripples through your nervous system as his words reach your body.
I'm just questioning whether or not I can use either uncanny dodge or
No, this is a direct power word. Yeah.
evasion.
No.
That requires Dex to be the
If-
primary.
If this is necrotic damage, he has resistance because
Correct.
he is within my aura.
Let me double check what the damage is.
I think this spell had damage.
Not 5e version, but the 2024 does.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, power word kill no longer isn't just your instant. It's an instant dev. You're under 100, but it now does actual necrotic damage. Same goes for power word pain. So, it is necrotic damage, so you would take half.
Fuck yes.
42 divided by 2. So 21 points of necrotic damage as your nervous system just gets rocked by his voice. He then flips around and looks at this Balor and says, "Take the big one." As he begins subconsciously marching forward towards you, Ori.
Elka, look out. He said,
How many points was it? 21?
21 total. Yep.
21.
Okay, so that would be 40, 44, or 24.
So this is action, bonus action. He's then going to look at you, Zane, and smile and say, "Bring it on." That's the end of his turn. Ori,
You gonna take that, Zane?
you got a
I
Balor.
already did.
Balor now actively looming over you.
What do you want?
Do you know Infernal?
Hybrid.
It
I can
says,
try.
"I'm just doing my job, man."
Does he really say that in Infernal?
No.
Oh
That says
my God,
nothing.
Because
funny.
Zane's gonna be
man.
dying.
Hey, man,
Hey,
I'm
man, I
just
just work here.
a door technician, man. I don't know.
I'm a hybrid transform.
Okay.
So you have a
For my
police officer
bonus
uniform on?
action, right? That's a bonus action, right?
Yes, for hybrid, yes. I'll grab him.
Don't ask a German soldier if they were following orders in 1943.
Then I'm going to see. Am I in range of this guy? I assume, yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like he
this
has
is your actual size.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
bushes crackle
Shit.
under your change.
Am I out of his reach right here?
No.
Okay. How about now?
The second you move out of his reach, he has Sentinel.
Okay.
Just,
I'm
yeah.
done.
Yeah, I'm just reminding you that these things have Sentinel.
All right. I'm gonna whack this guy.
Okay.
Um,
Gonna whack him, Junior. Whack him good.
I'll just whack him twice. One is a nat 20.
Nice.
You want me to re-roll that?
For what reason?
I'm feeling the silvery barbs.
No.
It's looming over my head right now. Okay. The other is a 30. to
Okay.
hit.
Almost it.
Does radiant damage do anything differently?
Let me double check. I don't think so for
I fought
Balor.
Balor before.
I don't think they do, but I'll double check that. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Control the physical damage.
No. Radiant doesn't do
Okay.
anything more.
Is he resistant to physical damage?
All non-magicals, piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning. And he's resistant to lightning, so he'd be resistant to your glaive damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me roll the physical first, cut that in half. Oh wait, let me get the nat 20 out of the way first. That would just be flat damage. You said he's resistant to lightning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do a flat attack then for that. First one's 43.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not attacking with my glaive. This is just the axe right now.
Okay.
So, radiant, is that just flat damage too?
Yep, Radiant's flat.
Okay.
So you said 43, the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, that would be
Oh, is that the doubled one?
yeah. So the radiant would double with that.
So 80, 86.
Well, no, it'd be
Oh, right.
what I rolled it. That'd be 5 more attack then.
So 5 more damage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then plus 30 for my second attack.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Okay. You cut into him and immediately he just looks at you like, just doing my job.
Thing's laughing.
I'm sorry.
This one over here. Yeah, I don't know why we're here. He just summoned us.
I just work here, man.
Anyways, it's now the king's turn. The king will say, Now, all that anger inside of you isn't befitting for my garden," and he will. You'll see him. No. He is going to cast a Zach Browning original spell. And he's going to cast Ray of Incinerating Light at 9th level. So that's a roll to hit. Fuck. Okay, well at least you know the king has it. That's a natural 20. Okay. I don't have enough dice to roll this number.
Put it on the computer.
That's what I'm doing. Roll. Times 2. So that's 142 points of radiant damage. As he casts the spell, you see it just blast. You feel an intense wave, specifically you, Thaddeus, because you're really close to it. In a straight line, curving upwards. He blasts it into the gut of this Balor, and you see it just burn a hole through this thing. And shoot outwards, up into the ceiling. In a 90-foot line. That did a lot of fucking damage. I need to... Okay. Immediately, this Balor is bloodied from that attack.
Let's go.
The king will then use a bonus action to... disengage and take 1 step backwards. Part rogue. Okay. Your rogue is showing, King Dryas. Okay, it's now the Balor's turn. That's his turn. This Balor that just got a hole blasted through it is going to step forward 2 steps and attack with his long sword. That's cocked. Okay, that's remember how you guys were like, oh, I could see you doing plus 12. Balors themselves are plus 14. So that's plus let's see here. That's 19 to hit. That is a miss. For his whip. That's a 34. That's a 33. Natural 19. So I do have enough dice to roll this one. Oof. It's 20 points of slashing damage plus 3d6 fire damage. So that's another 12. So it'd be 36 points of fire damage, or 36 points of damage to the king. His reaction will be he will absorb elements and cut the fire damage down to 6. Also needs to make a strength saving throw. And he's fine. So 33 points, 30 points of damage to him. That's now these Balor's turns. This Balor, who's in active engagement with your father, Elka, is going to use its lightning sword to attack him. That is a... That just misses your dad. And now he's going to use a whip on you. Go. Fire whip, too.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's hot.
Quite literally. 31 to hit.
I mean, it basically hits.
Good. I just want to make sure. Okay. So... let's see here. You get 15 points of slashing damage plus 9 points of fire damage, halved because you're resistant. So 5 points of fire damage, and I need you
What
to
was
make
the first one? 15.
15, and then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
And then it was 9 halved, so 5.
Correct.
Sorry, just doing my math. And then you need a strength saving throw.
Yep.
See, look at me listening. I just need to process it. That's the problem. 12.
12. Yeah, you.
I rolled very badly.
You are immediately wrapped by this giant fire whip, and you are now considered, well, actually no, it says just pulled up to 25 feet towards the Balor, so you just get, it like wraps around you and does more, and feels like it hurts more, and then he goes to tug and he's like, wait, you're right in front of me, and then doesn't tug anymore. So you're not,
He's not tugging.
not tugging. No.
No tugging. All right.
Okay. It is now this Balor's turn. After getting carved into by Ori, he's going to... He has orders to attack the big one, so he's going to stay there. We'll see. Actually, I need to actually roll something. Fuck, all of them failed. Okay. Alright, so this one's going to attack you, Ori. Lightning sword, that is a really low roll. 17 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Alright, and with his fire whip.
Oh wait, if he misses, I'm going to attack him.
Go for it.
Let's go.
That's that fighter ability, right? Repose?
Yeah, it's repose.
Hmm.
Repose. However you say.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Twitter, you repost.
Or he's on his phone on Twitter. That's a nat 20 again.
Cool. Roll the damage.
Alrighty. Hiya. So 41 points of damage.
Alright. Second attack with his whip. Right back at you, big boy. That's a natural 20.
Yeah. Does his whip do fire damage?
It does.
Oh, never mind.
It does
I already used my
slashing.
reaction.
It does slashing and fire damage. So, that is a 28 points of slashing damage plus Ooh. That's a lot of damage. That's plus 32 points of fire damage.
Wait, 28 was the slashing.
20
Because I'm resistant to slashing,
Yeah.
right?
28 points of slashing. You are resistant to... Yeah, you are resistant to slashing. So that would be 14 points of slashing.
Oh, I'm also resistant to fire, too.
There you go. So I'll do the total math here. So that's 32 plus 20. That's 60. So 30 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strike quick.
With advantage because you're in your hybrid form.
I'm really good at these.
Arguably the best at this
my
point in the
hybrid is
campaign.
plus 15.
That's plus what?
15.
Fuck.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. Oh, I have it. Ooh, that was a really low roll. 28.
Yeah, that is a success. So, okay, so 30 points of damage to you. All right, and that's start. You notice for all of you, as they begin to fight, fire begins to spew off of these creatures. Not quite doing any damage to you yet, but you do see the flames start to land closer to your body. Okay. It is now Onyx's turn, off here to the side. He will, realizing that Leon is now distracted slightly, he will run up. 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. And he is going to attempt to cast Polymorph. And that's a fail on Leon's side, but he's going to use one of his legendary resistances to succeed. And then he'll just smile at Onyx and say, "Oh, Uncle Onyx, you're still just as weak as I remembered." And then Onyx will then use nothing for his bonus action, and that's the end of his turn. Elka, your turn.
Am I still wrapped up?
Nope. No, he let go.
Oh, okay. I would like to quickly assess how my father looks.
Beaten up. Not bloodied, but he's definitely taken some hits.
Okay. I'm gonna hit this guy with some. Oh shit! I forgot to pull out my d20s. Hang on. I was like, why do my attack die? I have my attack die. Okay. Sorry.
This would me dropping 100 points.
I
would
rolled a 1. So
would
I'm going
show
to
how much he's been
assume
fighting him.
an 11 doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
But then the other one is a
I'm sorry, what is it?
31 to hit.
31 definitely hits.
Also, I rolled an 18. Is that a crit or not?
Is it at level 14 for fighter?
It's only 19 and 20 right now.
I was say it becomes 18, I think, at 15.
Oh, okay. I wasn't 100% sure, and I was like going through my things to see if I could find it. Okay, so so this one hits. So 3 is radiant damage, 4 is piercing.
Okay.
Oh no, 4 plus 7, 11 is piercing.
Okay, so 14 points total.
And then I get an extra. I get an extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm like 19.
Misses.
Okay, and then I get another extra attack.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't a 19. I was looking at the wrong one. It was a 22. Sorry.
That just misses a Balor.
Okay. And then this one is a 28.
That hits.
13 damage total.
Okay. This guy's looking pretty bloodied because you gather that your dad has been chipping away at him for for at least the last 5-10 minutes. Anything else you want to do? Move.
Nope. I'm
Okay.
gonna stay right next to my daddy, even though he's a bastard.
All right.
It's a rat bastard.
Yeah, no, we're the rat bastards. Shut up, Thaddeus.
One and all.
He's not part of it. You can't sit with us.
Esper will. You can't see her beyond the Balor, but she is actively. She actively has a hand on her husband's back, and is casting Cure Wounds whenever he needs it because she is a cleric. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level, which that does okay, I guess. That's 19 points of healing to the king. And she also, while she has one hand on the king, she has another hand on what looks to be, from what you can just barely see beyond the Balor, it looks to be some sort of door behind her. But that is her turn. It is now Sebastian Silver's turn, being her Alistair's brother. He will step aside, and in one flash of his hand, he will cast. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do that. He will go ahead and cast Golden Star Show. 6th level spell. And as he waves his hand, you'll see stars start to form. These golden little lights start to form above, specifically Leon's head and this Balor's head. And he will roll the hit. Plus 18 to hit. That's a hit on the Balor. And a hit on Leon. Okay. A successful hit. They both need to make dexterity saving throws or be knocked prone. They both succeed. That is 8d6 radiant damage each. They each take 32 points of radiant damage.
There's no no extra on Leon. So it's not like he's
Not that you can tell.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bonus action. He will use his bonus action to dash. Also of the roguish background. And will take to the air and fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he will look over at Laura and say, I'm glad all of you are here. Start preparing the spells that you need to take down a fucking madman. And Laura will just nod and kind of like, and then Sebastian will like look over Laura's head and see Malleus like kind of like just barely peeking up above the hedge that he's standing in. Just it looks like he's aiming something at Leon right now. It looks like he's like really honed in on aiming something, but he can't quite move yet. It's now Thaddeus's turn. What would you like to do? You are invisible, but you are not. What I will say, given he was able to strike you,
He can see me. I know he can see me.
He can. You get the sense that he can, at the very least, sense where you're at. Maybe not see you, but you get the sense he can maybe see.
Okay.
At the very least, sense your presence.
Do I get a bonus action?
Yeah, everybody gets a bonus action.
Okay. All right. Question: can you take a potion during a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I do the bonus action before my regular action?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Rules is written, the answer is no, but I don't really care about that rule.
I thought rules is written. You could.
Not in 5e. Pretty positive. There's a whole argument about this on Twitter once.
All right. Well, since I have the rule of cool, I'm going to reach in my bag and pull out a vial that has yellow fluid in it.
Okay.
And I'm going to drink it.
You're choosing to drink that now? Okay. One
It's a
second.
potion of heroism.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That's
No, it's fine. Sorry.
good call.
It
Actually.
is a good call.
Okay, so that will give me 10 temporary hit points. And that will increase +1 on my attack rolls, ability checks, and bless spell.
Uh-huh. Which means that you get to add on a d4.
Okay. Alright, now that I've done that, I'm going to pull out my trusty rapier, and I am going to go right for the back of the head of that little fucker. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to say, I know what it feels like to be cast out from your family. You are a loser, you bitch.
Roll the hit.
And now I'm going to, roll a 1.
I was gonna say you should have saved the monologue until after you hit.
Yeah, that was a 4.
So that's actually +1 on there.
So
16.
Yeah, that misses. His AC is higher than that. But hey, you have a potion of heroism running through your veins, so. Oh, you can add a d4 to your attack. Was that how bless works?
Yeah.
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 Roll d4. That action, but you may hit him then. Yeah, unfortunately not.
God damn it! I fucking hate this game.
No, you don't.
Throw math rocks better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that potion lasts an hour, so you have that pretty much this entire fight, probably.
If I live.
If you live, yes. Okay. Arval. You want to do any moving before you? No, Thaddeus.
There's nothing else I can do. So
You have movement. You have 30 feet of movement, or 35 feet of movement.
I really don't have any way of moving without opening up an attack of opportunity because I know he can see me.
Fair enough. If you want to stay put, you can stay put.
Plus, if you stay put, you still have the resistance to necrotic.
True.
Okay.
So
So staying put?
Staying put.
Okay. Arval, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I will. I'm gonna. Out of curiosity, if I were to cast Mirror Image. Never mind. I read the description. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image anyway.
Okay.
Just to keep myself protected, and then I'll do Bardic Inspiration on Vivra.
Okay. That's it.
Don't.
Oh, don't?
Nothing that I am going to do in the next few turns is probably going to make use of it.
Okay, then.
Boy, I could have used that 2 seconds ago.
Well, I can't do it when you're. You should have rolled worse, my friend.
So Zane then gets Bardic?
Yeah, I'll do it on Zane.
Okay.
Wait.
That's
Stop.
a D10.
I'm trying to do it to people who are closer into turn order.
What's up, Todd?
I may have. Okay, I know I have a talent, reliable talent.
That doesn't do anything for your attacks.
Unfortunately.
That
Okay.
Yeah. That only has to do with skill checks.
Okay.
Also, Zach, just a curiosity question. Because this is like 30 feet coverage bushes or whatever, am I like in stealth right now? Because I'm kind of like hidden amongst the shrubs, or
Seeing as you haven't rolled a stealth check, the answer is no.
can I do that?
Seeing as you already use your Bardic as your bonus, no.
Okay, fair enough. I'm still in cover. So.
Because, you've already used your action. To hide is an action. So,
Yeah.
you are, I would say what you have benefit from right now is you have half cover.
Yeah.
So, it's harder to hit you. At least with direct attacks. Now AoE attacks, that's a different story. But
Hopefully no one decides to blow a giant flame into the bushes. That might be a bit fucked.
I'm gonna throw oil in the bushes.
I'm going to literally kill Todd. Immediate psychic glance at my highest level, right at Todd.
player, how dare you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going for the player. I'm not going for the person.
Damn.
I'm not going for the actual character.
Wow. Anyways, it's Elmic's turn. He will look at you, Alka, as you fight side by side with him. And he'll take a deep breath. And he'll just kind of mumble, "Glad you're here." And he will... You'll see what your dad does best, which is wage war. He is going to jump up into the air. You see him with his magical sword ignited. He's going to jump up in the air and come down on top of the Balor's head with his blade made of arcane energy. And as he does that, instead of immediately cutting in, he's going to release basically what looks to be like some sort of blade of arcane energy flying through the air right at the neck of this Balor. Like, emanates from a sword, so it's a roll to hit. That is... Let's see here. That would be a 36 to hit, so I think that hits. Okay. That is 16 points of force damage. And as he swings it down, he will then do a backflip midair and then come down with his sword and go for the stab on top of the head. Holy shit, that's...
Elka's gonna roll her eyes and just mutter to herself, "Show off."
So he's up here, and he is going to definitely hit with a 37 to hit. What is happening? I'm not holding down left click, and I can't stop maneuvering the size of. Oh, there we go. It's not letting.
Long.
It was like it was locked for some reason.
Long boy.
He is the tallest of the Harrigans now. Jesus, I hate how cringe that can be. So that direct hit will be. Oh shit. Really good. That is. That's a 38 points of piercing damage, plus 9 points of thunder damage. Or sorry, force damage. And then he'll land and just look at you like, your turn. As he looks at you, Elka.
I already went, bro.
Right. And he'll just stare blankly at you like, shit.
Are you going blind in your old age?
You fly the coop for 6 months, and now you got jokes. It's been longer than that.
It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years. Eh, well, who's keeping track?
Not you. Just keep fighting. We can talk later.
Right. The awkward dad who knows he's been a piece of shit. Lura will... It's now Lura's turn. Lura will walk forward. Say, well, isn't this a pickle? Huh. Well, I guess we'll just have to end it real quick. And she will, she'll reach one hand out. And, she will cast, conjure... Yeah. Do that. Conjure elements above the Balor that is fighting you and your dad. And above this Balor's head, you'll start to see a ball of light yellowish green energy start to form. And she'll just be like, I think it's time for you to go to sleep. And she'll fling it down into the top of the Balor's head. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That is a failure. So... Oh boy, I don't have that many d8s.
Wow.
Really good rolls, holy shit.
Damn.
That's 35 points of... What is that? Oh, it's radiant damage, okay. Oh. This one's looking incredibly hurt. And then she'll kind of like step forward and kind of put a hand on you, Elka, and say, "We'll get him, don't you worry." And that will be the end of her turn, since druids don't have a lot of bonus actions. Vivra, what do you want to do?
Yeah. Well, we kind of... She and Elka's dad both mucked up 2 of the 3 things that I was going to do on my turn. So Ori's a little roughed up, right?
Yeah, he's taking a hit or two, yeah.
How roughed up is he?
Still, I think he's still looking pretty alright. I can double check though, since Nate's muted.
I just lost 40 HP.
40.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and drop a 3rd level cure wounds into you. Hey. And roll like ass.
Welcome to the ass club.
That's 16 points of healing to you, Ori.
I rolled 2 2s out of the 3 fucking dice. And then I'm gonna shimmy. I think I'm just gonna shimmy right here, even though it leaves us more clumped up because it gives us a little bit better coverage for Aura of Life.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. It's now Malleus's turn. Magic, I'm so glad you gave me free reign to make this character.
You're welcome.
You just see him peek his head up over the brushes, over the bush, and he'll look at you, Arval, and say, "In a world full of spell slingers, sling lead," as he pulls a fucking sniper rifle out of the bush.
Why the fuck did you get that?
Artificers, baby! And you just see this like giant steel, like metal contraption, and he'll look right at Leon and say, "Don't move." Bang.
The question is, does he play CS:GO?
What skin has he got on it?
Is he twirling? Is he bee-hopping into battle?
Yes, absolutely. Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
He does play CS:GO.
Oh man, the quick scope.
360 no scoping this motherfucker.
He literally, yeah, he jumps out of the bush and just 360 no scopes the fuck
He
out of
literally
him.
bee-hops out of the bush.
That's a lot of damage. That's I need to roll that on the thing.
I'm okay if I get splattered with blood.
Anyways, that's 60-10. Doubled. 72 points of damage. He just shoots the fuck out of Leon. Bonus action reload. Extra attack. Ooh. He's just like, he kind of looks at Leon, who kind of like stumbles back a little bit as it hits into him, but doesn't quite do as much damage as he'd hoped.
Hey, if Leon stumbles back, does that give me attack of opportunity?
No, he stays where he's at. He stays within his 5-foot sphere. And he's like, fine, I'll shoot the other guy. And he'll aim at the Battle or the Fighting Warrior. Bang. Son of a bitch. Oh, the duality of Malleus, Rhoda. That's a natural one.
And he hits his own son.
No.
No, actually, fuck it. I'll have you roll it. Yeah. Can I have you roll a D100, Magic?
Sure.
Because something happens if he rolls a natural 1.
57.
Excellent. Let me consult my chart.
Sorry, guys. This may kill me. I don't know.
So, your dad dabbles in the wild magic, as you are aware.
Mm-hmm.
And he's incorporated into a sniper rifle. Because why not? Okay.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, officer.
Because it sounded like fun.
It just activates when he's missing.
Only if he rolls a natural 1, yeah.
Let's standing.
Oh shit! Shit. Oh my god! You see the impact of the bullet miss high, right? And he kind of goes like, "Shit, fuck." Time stops for him. All of you look up as the bullet wiggles its way out of the concrete pillar that it just hit of the garden of the wall. Slowly floats out. When rolling a 57 on this wild magic chart, your attack then randomly targets a creature, friend or foe on the battlefield. DM roll a dice equivalent to the amount of people on the battlefield at the time. So how many people we got? 14? 15. Roll a d20.
17.
How many? 17?
It's only counting one bell roar.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Okay. So if we roll an 18, a 19, or a 20, it hits no one. Fuck it. I'll roll it right here. God, I fucking love wild magic. $12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, Leon's just having a bad day.
Good.
Deserved.
Because he's number 12.
Fucking good.
Okay, that one. 35 points of damage. Half. As Leon's just like, you missed. Smacks him out of nowhere. You do see the impacts from the rounds start to slowly peel away, and you start to see decomposed flesh underneath his skin. You have seen this before. Leon has, by all rights of the imagination, completed the requirements for Lichdom. Yeah.
Can he not?
So, now that's very obvious. Zane, now time to follow up your dad. How's it going? What do you want to do? You do have Bardic Inspiration.
I sure do. I'm debating on what fuckery I could complete here.
While you're debating, I will fill some of the air for a half second. You can definitely use a bonus action whenever. I posted the
Okay. Cool.
general chat.
Fuck it. I'm punching him in the face.
That's how I run it anyways, but I just know there was an intense argument about that I was reading one time.
29 to hit on Leon?
Definitely hits.
Alright, so I've got to do it this way, because this is way too complicated. 1d8 plus 6. Oh. Sorry, spacing. It's hard, apparently. Alright, he'll take 7 thunder, 5 fire, 3 necrotic. With the first punch.
He takes no.
Boil him with his thunder gauntlet.
He takes no necrotic.
Okay, so he takes 13 points of thunder and fire then, total together.
Okay. All right.
And then while I've got it at it, I guess I'm gonna punch the Valor too for my extra one.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
No.
Well, I will defensive field, and that'll be it.
Okay. It's now Leon's turn. Leon will be like, the fuck? As he looks down at his body that now has 2 giant fucking holes in it. He will... Yeah, that seems like a good idea. He is going to take a deep breath. You poor children. And he will point to the sky. And he will cast.
I've seen this before.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Ale.
And he is going to cast Meteor Storm.
Oh, fuck.
So I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, let me double check some. Oh! Well, we're going to see. Onyx is going to cast Counterspell. Fuck. That fails.
Yeah.
As will... Who else can cast Counterspell that's in range and can see him? He's in the air. I'd say he'd be able to see him, so I'll say he also gets a Counterspell. And needs a 19, damn, that's a 17. Any of you have Counterspell?
Wait, he needed what?
He needed a 19.
I can see him, right?
Yeah, he's up in the air.
Oh, I have it.
Hold on. I might be able to save that counter spell on that one. I need to look at one thing really quick.
Flash of Genius.
I think he's out of range, but
Yeah, I think it's within 30 feet.
well, he's just outside of it. Bah.
You have Counterspell?
I do.
You want to try it?
What bam?
All right.
Oh wait, how do I counter spell?
You roll a d20.
Like, what am I doing? What do I do now? I don't play a caster very often.
Roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
I got a nat 20.
Oh shit!
27.
Hell yeah! Leon will use his reaction to counterspell your counterspell.
Can I counterspell his counterspell with my counterspell?
No.
Can I counterspell his counterspell?
So, third level counterspell. I'll roll for it. Technically, it just cancels it out, but it's fun. It's more fun to roll it.
But could I counterspell
I
his
rolled
counterspell?
I wasted a 20 on that shit.
Because I have a counterspell too.
You could counterspell his counterspell. Except he's
I'm
going to
gonna
counter. He's going to counterspell at 8th level.
Is he able to counter spell?
Fuck! I can't do that.
It's 3 actions, so he could. Yeah.
No, yeah, you can.
Okay, never
You
mind.
need to
I'll
roll
counter-
above, and you need to roll an 18. So roll d20 and add your. For you would be your charisma modifier. Wizard
He's gotta
battles.
move more than 5 feet during all this.
Who? Leon?
Counterspelling.
He can stay right where he's at.
I'm gonna poke at him.
So, are you counterspelling his counterspell? Austin?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, if he's doing it at 8th level, hell no. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can. Cast it
Wait.
at 3rd level, and you just gotta roll an 18 on the. You have to. The DC is 18.
Can I do it at 6th level?
That wouldn't do anything.
That wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, so you might as well do it at 3rd.
Okay. Well, we'll see if I roll.
So
well.
roll d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Okay. Oh, well, that's
Ooh.
definitely not. gonna make it,
Unfortunately,
but yeah, that would be a 10.
so the chain of events that just happened. Leon points to the sky and casts Meteor Swarm. Onyx goes to cast Counterspell, fizzles out. Sebastian goes to cast Counterspell, fizzles out. Elka actually gets the Counterspell to go off, but as the Counterspell's about to hit his finger, Leon, with his other hand, hits you with a Counterspell, canceling out your Counterspell. Arval, seeing that, goes to throw a Counterspell, but it fizzles out, and now meteors are falling on you. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, joy.
Can our one guy do a reaction where he tries to shoot Leon's finger off?
No.
What is the DC?
24.
I'll +5 on mine to get Flash of Genius to make it a success.
I can't
We
believe
doing
Zach isn't
a-
allowing counter snipe.
Counter snipe.
What's the save?
20. It's a dexterity save. So if you fail, you do get.
Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Boy.
But it is a dex save, so you get evasion.
You do get
Technically,
evasion,
it's
so you
not
get
a
halved.
1.
So this does get halved, to be fair. All right.
I'll do my ring of evasion and pass the.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll the bludgeoning damage real quick.
Dexterity throws take only half the damage.
So
So I
60.
can use evasion.
Yeah. So you half the damage. So that's 64 bludgeoning damage plus 94 fire damage.
And take half of that?
What? No.
Are we doing half of that?
So if you succeeded, which is the DC's 24, so yes, so you would take half of that. So 94, that would be 138, right? No, I'm wrong. That's 158 points of damage total. So yeah, you would take half, which is 79. For those that are resistant to fire, you take half of the 94 and add the 64, because I think is Beep the only one that rolled higher than a 24?
Zane.
I did as well.
Zane did as well.
Zane did
Okay.
Flash Genius, and I did Ring of Evasion to auto pass.
Okay. So if you aren't resistant to fire, which a lot of you are, for some reason, you take 79 points of damage total. If you're resistant to fire and you succeeded, then you would take
39, 38.
Hold on, I'm doing
Ability check.
I'm doing it. Hold on.
Dexterity is an ability check, correct?
111.
Why are you asking, Todd?
Because I have reliable talent.
No,
So that's first.
that's for stuff like
That's for-
acrobatics and stealth and stuff like that, not saves.
You should have evasion.
Which
right?
you
Yeah, I have evasion.
so
you
you
automatically have the damage.
so you take 79 points of damage. Do you have absorb elements as a reaction? I don't think you do.
Technically, I think we all can survive this.
This isn't just you guys getting hit. This is literally everything on the field getting hit.
Leon's hitting himself.
Leon is immune to the damage that he casts on himself. So spellcasters.
This is the equivalent of Leon just putting on a vest, but he's the only one who's safe.
Yep. So he's hitting his Balor friends. He's hitting the king and queen, which I actually need to roll for all the NPCs. So, okay. So, for the sake of people who are, resistant to fire and you succeeded the throw, it would be 32 plus 24. So 56 points of damage for those that are resistant to fire and And Ori, you are resistant to blood. Well, no, yeah, you're resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
So
I took half of that, all that.
Okay.
So I'm good.
all right. Let's see here. Esper succeeds. She's resistant to fire, so she takes 56. The king also succeeds. 79 points. Balor number 1. That's a natural 1. He's dead.
78 points, correct?
79 for you. Yeah. Balor number 2. That's a fail. Uh, 64 plus 7. He's just barely fucking alive. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy's dead. Does I don't even have to roll for him. Onyx fail. He takes 158 points of damage.
What was the save?
DC 24 dexterity saving throw. You failed, but you have evasion, so that's why you're taking half.
No, I know. I had the bonus from that potion too, but I was way the fuck under it.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I rolled it too, so.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Allura, that's a success. She takes 56 points because she's resistant to fire. Malleus is immune to fire. So but he fails, so he only takes a 64 bludgeoning. And okay, your dad succeeds. He's resistant to fire, so he takes 56. As the dust settles and Leon is hovering in place, he looks around and says, "There's more where that came from. Perhaps." And as a bonus action, he'll look at the surviving Balor and say, "You're my shield now. Kill them." And he is going to start walking towards his father. So if you want to get attack of opportunity, you can.
I sure will.
Oh, fuck yes.
29.
Can you put his token back where he was? Was he right here?
He's right here. He's out of your range, just barely.
Yeah, Thaddeus should go for like a full-on TF2 spy backstab.
24 hits.
He's
Okay.
within my range.
Oh no.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm big now.
Yeah, you're big now.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Get him out of here.
And because it is,
Well-
because you do get sneak attack on attack of opportunities. Okay. Okay. All right.
Evans for poison.
You notice as you stab him, he isn't invulnerable, but he does. You could tell that he definitely resists poisons. So that's half, but he takes everything else pretty hard. He just keeps walking. He takes the hits and goes, and just keeps walking ominously towards his father. Not even walking, floating, just hovering above the ground. And he gets it to about there, and that's his turn. Ori, it is your turn.
I guess I'll try to finish off. Maybe do some damage to this Balor. I will attack him 3 times.
Okay. He's looking very bloodied, by the way, after getting literally eating a meteor to the face.
I'm gonna stand right here. So I get advantage.
Okay.
So first attack,
I will say this is difficult terrain that you're stepping through, so your movement's
Okay.
half. So just for the sake of your movement afterwards.
That's fine. I don't think I plan on moving that much. So I rolled a 19. It's a crit,
A natural, okay.
and that is a 24
24.
to hit.
His AC is 23, so that hits.
All right. And for glaive, that is a 32.
32, okay.
And the first attack.
You said 32 damage.
32 to hit.
Oh, 32 to hit.
For the third attack.
He has 32 health left.
Oh,
So
okay.
your
well,
first attack would kill
I
him,
think
but if
this
you
first
want,
this first one might get. Let's see what happens.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might be able to save your attack just in case anything. I don't know. Appears.
It's 36 for the first. So I don't. Can I save the other two?
I'll let you hold an attack. So if you want to save the other two and hold it for just in case anything happens, I'll allow that.
Yeah.
Because it is part of your action. I'll allow it. It's fine.
Oh, I got this.
Put your axe at him.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to Misty Step.
Okay. So this guy just gets cut in half.
Yeah, I'm
Turns
gonna cut him
around.
in half and Misty Step through him.
Okay, and you catch up to Leon.
And we use that second axe swing to hit him.
Okay.
Attempt to hit him.
Gun.
That is a 34.
Definitely hits.
As Corey goes by, I'm going to use the attack of opportunity.
Just fucking trip me.
He does just kind of appear in front of you, though.
That is. So that's. Does slashing damage do anything? Is he resistant to that?
It's with your axe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a magic attack. So, as far as you can tell, normal slashing is doing all right. Or
Okay.
normal slash. No, you saw normal piercing not do as much, but you've hit him. You've seen him get hit by other magical slashing attacks, and you saw that it did a little bit more.
I just wanted. To
Yeah.
Resistant. How about radiant?
As far as you can tell, radiant has no different effects.
Okay. So that would be 34 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack 2 more times.
Hell yeah.
Oh, axe again. That is 27.
Okay.
Second axe. That is a nat 20.
Jesus. The crits are flying tonight from everybody. That's
Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it matters, yeah. When we're
Thaddeus is rolling great.
Yeah, everyone has
So-
everyone has their nights.
I know.
First,
I used them all up on my reroll character.
Oh, I know what I'm doing next turn. This is gonna be great.
okay, let me just add all this up here. Hold on. Alright, let me roll my second damage. 122.
Hell yeah. He's looking carved up, but not something about him when you hit into him. You're doing damage. You see like this black ichor of blood coming off of him. But his fury is just far too strong. And he just keeps marching forward. At least he will on his turn. Is that that your turn then?
Yep.
He does grit his teeth a bit when you do that. Okay, at the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action. And he's going to look right at you, Ori, and say, "Oh, Ori, so strong, yet so foolish." And he's going to cast Power Word Stun on you. Do you have less than 150 hit points?
Yes.
Okay. I believe that just happened. Hold on. Yeah, if the target has 150 hit points or fewer, it has the stun condition. Otherwise, it's...
I'll have him know I have above average intelligence.
So your speed is 0. Let's see here. And you're stunned. So, for your sake... you're incapacitated. You cannot move, and you can only speak falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Damn.
Bullshit. Well, at least I let him have it before all that. So.
It's an 8th level spell. It's pretty powerful. Cool. That's his legendary action. It's now King Dryas' turn. And he'll say, "You will not come any further to this sanctum, son." And you see him, Ori. You look at the king in your stunned form, and you can see his hand shaking as he stares down what the visage that was his long lost son. He takes a deep breath, and he is going to attempt to cast. Come on. Okay. He is going to attempt to cast Imprisonment.
As he's getting ready to cast, I'm going to scream out, "He killed his brother."
Okay.
Just to increase the rage of his dad.
I don't think
Technically, didn't we kill his brother?
you definitely killed. Hold on. Is that a Jackson? That is a Jackson. You're home. Hello. Come here.
At his request.
Can Jackson help? Can he also attack?
He will if you give him the option to.
Hello, buddy.
No, that's Paxton.
Hi.
Yeah, Paxton's the name.
I know from experience.
Yes.
From the New Jersey Paxtons.
Okay, so Imprisonment. You create a magical restraint to hold the creature. See within range. Target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be bound by the spell. Okay, Wisdom save. He gets advantage on those.
2 1s. 2 1s.
I will roll it in roll 20. 2d20. He needs to roll a 7 or better.
There's no way.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Holy shit! I made it real. I made it real.
Way.
2 1.
The gods have spoken.
Yes.
We did it, guys. We saved the world.
And with that, the census campaign. No. that's why legendary resistances exist.
Boo.
Do it
Boo.
again, coward.
I'll roll
Hit
again.
him again.
I'll roll
Wonder
again.
how many
since
he
it's
has.
Hasn't he already used like 12 legendary?
No. He's used a legendary resistance and a legendary action.
No,
Yeah,
I
so
think he's used 2 legendary resistances.
He has.
yes. Well, he has 8, so
Okay.
keep munching on it. Okay, so legendary resistance, he just pushes through the spell. And his father looks moderately enraged, but also incredibly sad because he understands what he must now do. It's the end of the king's turn. It's now Onyx's turn. He's going to run or walk. There. Jackson, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks, and your first response is, "I'm going to try and get into shit." Really? This is how it is? Okay. Onyx is gonna rush forward, see the predicament his brother is in. He's going to kind of grimace, and he will cast. Yeah, he's gonna try it. He is going to cast True Polymorph on Leon. So I'm gonna need Leon.
Turn him into a donkey.
Female donkey.
Yeah, female donkey.
Let's see here. Another wisdom saving throw. For this, he needs to roll. Unfortunately, Onyx's spell save DC is not as high as the king's, but he needs to roll above a 4. Yeah, he resists the true polymorph.
Ooh.
Leon just kind of is pushing through enraged. Onyx, that will end his turn. Elka, what do you want to do?
Run back, take the sniper rifle from the dude, and then just we all can take turns sniping at him.
I could. I'm the only other person in this party with firearms proficiency.
All right, I'm going
You don't need to be
to.
proficient to use it.
I'm gonna move 30 and then rabbit hop to get up here so I can start stabbing. Let's see. I've got a 24 and a 29 to hit. Zach?
Sorry. Yeah, they both hit. Sorry. I didn't realize I
I
muted
was
my
like,
mic.
I was
Yeah, I was
staring
like,
at the screen watching
I
you
thought for a moment
chew.
that Zach lost power.
All right. So, would you like ice separate?
No.
Okay. So, so 30 damage. And then I'm gonna do my extra attack. I believe those a 20 and a 20 both probably don't hit.
They do not.
And then my other extra attack. Also below. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Um,
Anything else?
I'm just gonna call him a sick son of a bitch.
Esper, his mother, kind of sidesteps. Says, Dear, we don't have to do this. We can still talk this out. Speak amicably. Are you enraged? I understand. I'd be enraged too. Mother, it's best you stay quiet, or I will kill you. If that's the case, she will Misty Step right next to him. And
I'm just gonna whisper to her really quick, like, sorry about calling you a bitch.
she'll whisper back. She'll whisper back. It's okay. I get it all the time. She is going to cast. Yeah, that sounds like fun. She is going to cast. Holy Touch, which is a 6th level spell, but she's going to amp it up to 9th. And she's going to attempt to incinerate her now undead son. So that's a Constitution saving throw from Leon. Which he doesn't have any sort of advantage on that. Ooh. He does succeed, but he does take half of okay, so I need to do the math here. It goes up by 2d6 per level, so that's another 8d6. So 20d6 of radiant damage. And he did succeed, so unfortunately the disintegration part is not going to happen. But that would be okay. He would take 30. Am I doing my math right? I'm not doing my math right. 39 points of radiant damage as she just blasts him. You see his skin start to glow a golden ray, and he just turns and looks at her. Wow, Taya, thank you. Taya, come on, WV Education, you got this math. How dare she? She'll look at him, and he's still just full of anger. And at the end of her turn, he will use his last legendary action for this turn. Take a deep breath and grab his mother by the neck and cast Inflict Wounds at 9th level.
Can I wait? No, you can.
Can you what? Roll the hit.
Nope, you're good.
That's a hit.
Can I actually hold on? I need to measure something. I don't think he's in range, but I want to check.
I want to use Sentinel since he is making an attack against a target next to me.
Okay, for me, he's just in range. I'm gonna use Cutting Words.
Okay.
So that'll expend one of my bardic inspirations.
Is
and...
Inflict Wounds an attack roll, Zach?
It is.
Disadvantage. I
Okay.
punched him with my Thunder Gauntlets.
That takes
Okay,
in
whatever he rolls, I can subtract whatever I roll of a bardic inspiration.
Okay. So he
I'll roll
originally
1d10.
rolled a 30 to hit, that is no longer the case. That's now a 24 to hit.
You can remove 9.
-9. That just misses her.
Haha.
As the spell fails, he'll look directly at you. His eyes will shoot past the now essentially statue of Ori, and he'll just kind of, as if he's staring through Ori, just look in your general direction.
Beep.
I'm still using Sentinel to
Okay.
make an opportunity attack against him, and I rolled a 28.
28 hits. Is there like a save whether or not he stays where he's at?
If I hit him, he has 0 speed for the rest of the turn.
Oh, for the rest of the turn. Gotcha. So
So
we
yeah,
can't.
so like
We can't move on this turn. Gotcha.
correct.
Okay.
So 14 damage.
14. Okay. He's still going. It's now Sebastian's turn. He's going to, flying in air, he's going to use his bonus action to dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's honestly just gonna, he's gonna be in the air right here, about 5 feet up. And he is going to look at Leon and say, "That's enough out of you, young man." And he will cast Banishment on Leon. Hi, Jackson. I missed you. I know. Give me like 5-10 minutes and we'll be done. Okay. All right. All right. Banishment is I believe it's a charisma saving throw, but I could be wrong. It is a charisma saving throw. I'll go ahead and roll on here. There we go. He succeeds. So, no banishment. That is the end of Sebastian's turn. Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Okay. Thaddeus is going to move forward, and he is going to use the back of Ori as a launching pad.
That's my
And-
move.
And he is going to step on Ori's statue, do a full backflip in the air, pointing the tip of his rapier as he's falling down at the head of this little prick.
Okay, I need an acrobatics check from you. You're doing backflips and shit? Okay, you're fine.
We did it.
Natural
Okay.
one, you would just fall flat on your face.
Right.
Oh, it falls flat next to him.
Now I'm making the attack.
Go for it. 21.
There's a +1 on that, so it's 22.
Just hits.
All right, and this is my damage from that. I'm going to use my poison, even though I know it's not effective. And I'm going to use my sneak attack. Oh my god. And if this is a killing blow, I have something to say.
So the 7 is the poison?
The 7 is the poison.
Okay, so it's... yeah, it's not killing blow.
But for bonus, I will say, in the name of the house of the... God damn it. Rat bastard.
Rising Sun.
No, in the name of the house
There is.
of the rat bastards. I don't know if that gives me an inspiration for 2 extra hit points.
2 extra hit
Our
points
home
wouldn't
is
kill him.
called the Rat Home.
Is your full title now Thaddeus Sterling, formerly of the House of Sterling, but now the House of the Rat Bastards?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. Well, guys, he is a
much
gnome in
more.
Maybe
disguise.
I think we should go with the House of Rodentia. That sounds a lot
House of
more.
Rodentia.
That sounds a lot more regal.
I don't know if Thaddeus can say that.
You can't say poutine, so I doubt it.
Anyways, Arval, it's your turn.
Okay. Can Arval see through all this brush? The little
You cannot see. You.
Well, I'm aware of where the sniper shot came from behind me, I imagine.
Yes. You know where Malleus
Bonus
is.
attack, do I?
Okay. I'm gonna move down. And be like, Malleus,
Yeah.
do you want me to make a door to go up? We can surround him.
Malleus just has this sharp toothy grin. Hey, yeah.
All right. I dimension door, and we're gonna both move up here.
Okay.
Wait, where did I go? Oh, how did I end up down there? Okay.
Where do you want him? Right here?
I want him like next to me. I want this guy fully surrounded.
Oh, well, Malleus has to be at least 5 feet away in order to use a sniper rifle.
Okay. Well, then he can be there.
Yeah, okay.
Well, actually, no. I'll back up too. I'll be
Okay.
there.
All right. The door,
Protecting the king.
the ethereal door opens, and Leon just goes, "A fool's errand." Is that your turn?
That is my turn, but I'll respond. A fool's errand? Really? It seems you are the fool here.
Anyways,
For
Elmic's turn.
once, your arrogance makes sense.
Elmic is going to run full force. Bunny
Can
hop,
he jump off Ori too?
jump off Ori, and land right here. We'll say land right here. And he is going to just.
Am my dad stealing my moves too?
Hey, I hate to tell you, they were his moves before yours.
Oh no!
Yeah, you learned from the best.
Friend.
And
No,
I'm
no,
older
no.
than you, so
So he's
You're
gonna take 2 attacks. That's a natural 20. That's okay. That's 28 points of force damage. And second attack with his magical blade. Hit. Wow. Shield is in play. For the second attack, Leon will use shield and give himself 5 more AC. And that'll be on Mick's turn. Next is Allura. Allura is going to step forward and stand next to Onyx, and in a 1 deep breath, she's just gonna sorta. Yeah, she'll do that. She will cast. Because everyone's kind of really fucked up. Everyone's kind of fucked up, yeah? Because of
I'm
the.
very
A little bit.
Yeah,
I
a little
mean,
bit.
I am let me look.
She will
I'm
cast
at, like a third health.
She'll cast Mass Cure Wounds at 8th level.
Ooh.
Beat me to it.
Let's see.
Not that I would have done an 8th level, but
So she
I
can
mean, you
choose
could still do it
6
too.
creatures. She will heal Ori. Ori. She can't see Thaddeus beyond Ori. Unfortunately, it has to be within her view. A point of your choice. Oh, never mind. It does nothing but seeing. So Ori, Thaddeus, Elka, Zane, the King, and Weavra. You all get... so it's a 68. Roll 68 plus 6. 27 points of healing to you 6. And that'll be her turn. Weaver, what do you want to do?
Well, since the go 1, 2, 3, 4. I will shimmy for 5 and shimmy for 6. Bonus action, Misty Step. If I do this, would I think that Malleus can get a shot around me?
You would think that you'd be blocking his line of vision.
Okay. What if I happen to be a shorter creature?
Malleus is like 5'10". So
Okay.
if you're smaller than him, I will say you might go deaf for like... I think actually everybody would go deaf with how close they are to this thing going on.
I don't give a shit. I will go ahead and wild shape into a something that will be determined. Or actually, no. First, I will cast. Yeah, love it. I will
Wild
cast
shape
my
into
own
the king
Mass
to
Cure
confuse
Wounds.
them.
Okay.
I will do the mine at 7. So for 33 for 6 creatures, who is still looking, or who is now looking the most
Everybody's
fucked up?
Everybody's fucked up.
I personally did not get healed by the first round.
I'm actually looking better.
I
Okay,
still look pretty
and-
bad.
I'm pretty hectic.
Then I will get Arval.
I'm below half still too.
Okay. Arval, Elka. Daddies, did you say you were okay, or?
I'm fine. I'm going to say ignore me.
Okay. Ori. The queen took a whooping too, right?
Well, yeah, she got hit by the meteor swarm. But
Okay, I'll give one. I'll give one to her for that's 4. What's the range on it? 30-foot radius sphere. Oh, okay, but I can hit Zane with it if I move the sphere down.
Okay. That works.
And the king has taken a hit or two, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably hit him as well with the last spot.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2.
And that's 33 for everyone?
For the 6 people that he targeted.
Yeah, for the people who were targeted.
Yeah.
3 divided by 6 is...
Oh no, that's 33 apiece.
No, I'm just...
33 divided by 6. Oh, yay, 5.
Yeah.
5
If
points.
that.
Woo.
Then I will wild shape into something. How about just a wolf?
Okay.
A dire wolf.
No, I don't want to go dire because I don't want to go big.
That's fair.
Okay.
They're like short, kind of.
Do a
How tall were dire wolves on all 4s?
Well, you're a wolf now. I'm just not gonna go grab the token.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But that
Okay.
does not. I believe I can still concentrate on Aura of Life in that.
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Now, if you get hit, you will have to do Which you do a Constitution saving throw for
Oh, you're
meteor
right.
swarm?
You're right. I completely forgot.
It's okay. I honestly forgot that that Aura of Life was concentration.
Yeah, no, that's gone.
Unfortunately, yeah. Which luckily there hasn't been necrotic. There hasn't been any necrotic spells I've hit anybody
Yeah, no.
since then. So
Other than the
Until
one.
now.
Yeah, right. Other than the one that I already got the block in, and honestly, worth it.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Because that possibly saved Thaddeus a lot of pain.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Cool. Malleus is gonna giggle to himself as he sees you drop down into wolf form, and then he'll say,
Oh, actually, I'm not Circle of the Moon, so Wild Shape is not bonus action. So I'll just step to the side.
"Okay." As you step to the side, still big smile on his face, and he'll turn around and be like, "Hey, King. Hi, hello, nice to meet you. Malleus Rona, you might want to plug your ears."
Can I have beep like reaction covered here?
Yes, he's saying that out loud,
Yeah.
and Leon just like looks at him like, "Do your worst." Bang!
Thaddeus is going to plug his ears.
Just fucking holds the sniper
Yeah.
rifle up in close range, just blast this dude.
He puts in a full metal jacket.
Incendiary round, just ready to go. Christ alive.
Actually, an incendiary
20,
round might
nat
take
20.
out Ori too.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god, why is Malleus either 20 or 1? It's always been that for him too.
He's a gambling man.
That's for sure. Alright, it's 60-10.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop.
Oh shit. Alright. Okay.
God damn it.
26 times 2 is 52. He just point blank shoots this motherfucker in the face and his jaw unhinges. And Leon's like, and he will.
Oh, thank God he shut up.
He'll kind of like, you'll see Leon like messing with his jaw, trying to reattach it. And Malleus bonus action, reload. One more time, bitch. Boom. For once, not a 1 or a 10 or a 20, but that is a plus 12 to hit, so it's a 24 with shield up. Does not hit for the second one. The second one just deflects off his magical shield. Yeah, Leon's feeling it. He's not quite at bloodied yet, but he's almost there, just barely. And Malleus' turn. Zane, what do you want to do, buddy?
I'm going up into the crux of everybody here, and then I'm going to pull an item from my pack and rail this bitch onto the ground with it. I'm going to use the magical shackles for hands and feet on Leon
Okay, you're
that I've
going.
been holding on to.
Okay, so I'm going to say this is going to be a grapple attempt. So I'm going to need you to roll. Is it the attacker that can roll athletics or acrobatics, or is it the defender?
Defender.
Defender. Okay, so I'm going to need you to roll a athletics check.
All right.
And he's going to roll acrobatics. We'll see what you roll, and then I'll roll d20 to see if he beats it.
I'd say start rolling just in case I've got to get my D10 out really fast.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, his +2 acrobatics is a plus 21.
Holy hell. I'll never beat that. Unless you roll extremely
That's a
poorly.
35.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
Okay. Even with
Like, 'cause
Flash
there's
of
nothing
Genius
I
there.
could roll with that would ever be high enough to beat.
Well,
that,
go ahead and
so-
roll. You don't know that. Go ahead and roll.
I do know that I have a 0 on my strength modifier.
Oh, fair enough. Well, what is your D20?
It was a 13.
Yeah, Malleus's Flash of Genius wouldn't have helped you either. Okay.
Can they stack?
Mm-hmm. Between two artificers, yes.
Hold on, because I have Bardic, so let me roll that really
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's worth rolling.
quick. That's definitely not enough. So we got close at least. It would have been a 30.
Yeah, almost, but he just kind of like goes, "Nah, fuck you," as he reattaches his jaw. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Still have your bonus.
Yeah, I will throw a new defensive up.
Okay. It is now Leon's turn. He'll look at all of you and say, "This has been fun. But I bid you adieu." And he's going to cast Time Stop.
Can I cutting word to that?
Seeing
Or
as
is that
Time
it?
Stop is not something you can cutting
I don't-
words. No.
Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
counterspell?
If you have the spell slot,
I've got one more spell slot for it.
you can certainly try. It is you're gonna have to roll 19. So D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh, can I do the same? I
Sure.
do a spell. Why not?
All right. I need a 18 or better. Nope. 14, so 15 total.
Flash of Genius. Plus 5.
Okay, so that's a 20.
Okay. What did Arval do?
Hold on. 18 plus my intelligence is 2, so it's a 20.
No, it'd be your charisma modifier for you.
Oh, charisma? Then it's a 23.
Yeah, even if you tried to counterspell it, it would be well, hold on. I'm gonna roll something. Yeah, you know what? He's gonna counterspell your counterspell, Elka.
Who's? Oh, Elka's.
So it goes Elka's first. He'll counterspell her counterspell. You're gonna counterspell his counterspell, which succeeds. However, if we make a perception check, because only you could probably see him.
I'll take that.
29. You notice a shimmer off here in the distance. Because a spell is finally being cast by a person.
Can I tell what or who or...
As he becomes uninvisible, you notice a gaunt, undead version of Rosalor Hillish.
God damn it.
Motherfucker.
Finally uncloaking himself as he goes to
I
counter.
was wondering where he was.
As he goes to counterspell your counterspell. We'll just do it at 3rd level. Try to make it fair. So I need to roll a 7 or better. I rolled higher or low to see if he would reveal himself here. 7 or better.
Fuck.
Let's see here. There's 2 more counterspellers in this group, Onyx and Sebastian. So we'll let them do it as well. Onyx needs to roll a 7 or better. That's a 2. And Sebastian, that is a 6.
Dang it, Zach. Why you only rolled good for the bad guy?
Counterspells again echo off each other, and time stops for everyone. And as Leon slowly flies up and the time stopped space where everybody else is frozen except for him. He kind of looks at all of you as he flies up into the air. I need to roll a d4. See how many actions he gets in this time stop. I'll go ahead and do that on roll 1d4. He gets 4 full turns during this time stop.
Ugh.
And as he begins to
I believe it stops if he affects any of us.
Yes. He can't directly attack you.
Okay.
So as he begins the setup for his time stop, everything slows down. And
Wait, did he move up?
time has stopped. You cannot move.
Yeah.
Is that a attack of opportunity?
Time has
No,
stopped. You
no,
cannot
you're
move.
frozen.
That includes attack of opportunities. So basically, to give you a perspective of how this works, Alistair cast a spell on you guys once before. Literally everything stops around you. You blink your eyes, and I won't tell you what happens, but for the sake of you do not see him move. And the next thing you know, he's gone, and a bunch of things are happening around you. But I will explain that at the beginning of next session, because that's where we're going to end it.
Yeehaw.
So, that was a lot of counter spells.
10 out of 10 would counter that spell.
Jesus. What was I thinking bringing a bunch of wizards to a wizard fight? Okay, well, thank you for playing. I appreciate all of you. I guess
Thank you.
same time, hopefully next week, where we can get into it and see what happens. So, thank you for playing, and I will be right back. Holy shit. Plug in your PC. Oh, boy. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here. My parents just got home, so I'm going to go see them. But everyone have a lovely rest of your night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. I appreciate all of you. And we're going to be affiliated soon on Twitch, so that's exciting. So, emotes and stuff will be coming soon. If you would like to have a place where your Twitch Prime sub lands, that would be sick to support the channel. But if not, I completely understand. And but yeah, so that'll be coming soon. I've been working on some emotes on the side for like the last 3 or 4 months, so gonna have some of those. And yeah, we're getting close to the end of the story, guys. Campaign 2 will be around the corner here fairly soon, so we'll see where this ends. We're not quite at the end, but this is wrapping up a massive part of the story. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. And as always, have a lovely rest of your night. Peace out. Bye.